Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. The Forever Funhouse. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Have you ever been to a funhouse in a carnival before? They are normally extremely fun, but they only last a short time. Most funhouses are safe to explore for their short duration, but if the funhouse you are in never seems to end, certain anomalous entities have taken a hold of the attraction in hopes of your gory, untimely demise. Although the deadly creatures are powerful, they can be avoided by following some specific rules, which are listed below. The Watcher. The Watcher is a dangerous anomaly which follows you everywhere you go. At a first glance, it may seem like a black cloud with tentacles sticking out of it, but its true form manifests into your worst nightmares, which are located inside the cloud of darkness surrounding it. Although it seems threatening, it will not attack you unless you look at it. It will always be behind you, so you can never turn back. Only you can see the Watcher, mirrors or other entities are unable to see it. If spotted, the Watcher will use its lengthy tentacles to slowly drag you into its cloud and force you to be brutally tortured by your worst fears. Although it is violent, the Watcher will not kill anyone who sees it, it will just torture them and implement their most frightening nightmares into their heads. This will result in the victim hallucinating their fears non-stop, making it harder to focus on the funhouse. If the Watcher is looked at again, it will then cause the victim's mind to begin to deteriorate after it is done torturing the poor person who saw it. The Wanderers. The Wanderers are humanoid-like people who are supposedly trapped in the Forever Funhouse with you. There are two variants to the Wanderers, which can appear in any part of the funhouse, the Lost Boy, and the Lost Girl. The Lost Boy, this Wanderer variant appears as a 6-year-old boy who will approach you, he will request for you to play a game with him. No matter how tempting it seems to play with this child, you must resist. The other people who accepted the boy's game returned with chunks of their flesh bitten off, and their organs slid out of the holes of flesh, and splattered on the floor. You won't see any remains of the boy's victims, though, for the Watcher cleans them up. The Lost Girl, if spotted, the Lost Girl will smile, and disappear out of view. Once out of sight, the girl will slowly sneak behind you. Even though she doesn't speak to you, she wants you to find her missing jump rope, and she will give you 45 seconds to do so. Failure to locate her jump rope in the allotted time limit will result in the girl repeatedly stabbing you in the back with a shard of glass. She will then carve a hole in your skin, and reach inside your abdomen. The girl will pull out your intestines, and use them as a replacement for her lost jump rope, all while laughing in a sadistic, childish way. The Mirror Maze. The Seeker. If you run into a mirror maze in the Forever Funhouse, then you are in the territory of the Seeker. The Seeker is a tall entity wearing a musty grey robe. Its head is a dice block with fleshy eyeballs instead of the normal black dots resembling the numbers on the cube. It also has long, bony arms with sharp blood-stained fingernails at the end of them. It is unable to be located anywhere else besides the mirror maze. If spotted by the foul creature, it will slowly hover towards you, and you will feel a sense of impending doom while in its line of sight. It may not seem like much of a threat, but it is very easy to get disoriented in the mirror maze while trying to escape the clutches of the Seeker. If caught, the Seeker will use one hand to dig its claws into you, and the other to rip its dice cube head off. It will then roll the dice, and whatever number it lands on will decide the amount of pain you will suffer when it kills you. No one knows for sure how it kills you, but it is a probable guess that the process is brutal. Very brutal. The Splotch. The Splotch is a slimy organism which is composed of rotting flesh. It does not have a specific shape, and it tends to slither on the ceiling of the funhouse. You will know when it's nearby when you see blood dropping from the ceiling. When this occurs, do not look up, eventually, it will go away temporarily. If you do decide to look upwards, it will extend a fleshy tentacle towards you and pull you into the gory mass of bloody bodies, and will consume you alive. The Slides. It is possible for one to run into one of 3 multicolored tunnel-like slides in the funhouse. They will occasionally appear on the walls of the funhouse. Each color leads to a different location, so you must choose carefully. The yellow slide. If you decide to slide down the yellow slide, one of two things may happen to you. YA. The slide will lead you to another part of the Forever Funhouse. Most of the time, this randomized location will lead you closer to the exit of this funhouse. YB. If you do not get led to a section of the funhouse, it will take you to the gaping maw of a ravenous entity who cannot wait to chomp on your bones and laugh at your torture as it slowly consumes you. The red slide. This slide is blood-colored for a reason. Unless you have a death wish, never enter this slide. It is unknown what in particular lies at the end of this slide, but whatever vivid, gory imagination you must be assuming is at the end of the slide is nothing compared to what really awaits you at the end of the blood-colored attraction. The green slide. This is the end. This is the escape. This slide is what you want. It may take you minutes, or it may take you years to find this unfathomably rare slide. But it is your only escape. After traversing the green slide, no time will have passed since you entered the Forever Funhouse. Life for you can continue as normal. As it should be. Although, it is advised to wait 5 years before entering another funhouse again, because the entities are angry with you, for you escaped their sinister playhouse. If you do not wait, then they will trap you in the funhouse again, but this time, there will be no green slide. That's all the rules. This whole Forever Funhouse thing can easily be avoided if you just stay away from funhouses altogether. But if you are willing to take the risk, keep these handy rules in mind, for they might just save your life. Story 2. Something is out there. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Something's out there. You know about it too. Haven't you noticed that your things weren't where you left them, but reappeared in places you don't remember visiting? Or maybe you've heard the slightest of taps on the window, too quiet to send you into alarm, but too loud and demanding to be a trick of the rain. It's not your imagination. You aren't going insane. However, if you do nothing, you will end up insane, and that's when the thing strikes. You have to show it you're not afraid. It hunts your fear, and as long as you can avoid giving it what it wants, you'll escape its grasp. Follow my instructions, and I'll show you how. Step 1. Open all doors and windows. If you openly invite it into your house, you make it obvious you are not afraid, and take away its reason to hunt. Step 2. Find a room, and empty it completely. Ideally, it should be as small as possible, so cramped that fast movements are impossible. Empty it completely, so that nothing remains inside except for you. By removing any weapons or hiding spots, you show you are not afraid. Step 3. Turn off all lights in the house except for the room you have chosen. Make it obvious that your room is the one that you are in. This will show you are fearless. Step 3. Take any device that makes noise and bring it into the room. It will be the only thing with you in that room. Whether it be your laptop or a phone, as long as it creates noise, it will suffice. Step 4. Turn the device on to the maximum volume and play the loudest sound possible on repeat. By giving away your location, you show that you are not afraid. Step 5. Find a pair of headphones that are capable of cancelling out all sound, and go to your chosen room before putting them on. Taking away your sense of hearing will make you vulnerable, and show you are not afraid. Step 6. Close your eyes and wait. Why aren't your eyes closed? Do you want the monster to continue to haunt you? Come on and close your eyes. There isn't much time. If you don't close them, it'll find you and eat you alive. Are you an idiot? Close your eyes unless you want to die. Follow the rules to survive. I'll be straightforward with you. I'm telling you to close your eyes so you can have a swift and painless death. You've already given away your location and let me in, so your chance of survival is gone. Close your eyes and accept your fate. This is for you, not me. You made your choice. Story 3. Plus be not afraid plus. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Greetings! If you are reading this, then I'm sad to say you've died, but it's not all bad. You got into heaven. Isn't that great news? Now I know what you're thinking, why is there a note? Well, because of how many duties the angels have and attendees there are in heaven, we are very short-staffed. Whilst you wait for an angel to accompany you through the gates, we have written up a list of rules that you should follow when entering and after. Please read these carefully. The list is below. Rule 1. When greeting the angel that will guide you through the gates, please provide your full name. Rule 2. Count your angel's wings before accompanying them, please make sure there are at least 6. If they have less than 6 wings, please refuse to accompany them. We have reason to believe something is disguising itself as our angels. Rule 3. Be sure to ask the angel their name too. Although if they reply with a name such as Orobas, Gabriel, or Paimon, please refuse to follow them and wait for a new angel. We are currently experiencing some undisclosed issues with our angel services and several souls have been led away from the light on their journey. Rule 4. Once you enter heaven, please take the badge with your name on it from the angel. Thank you. Rule 5. If you see anyone in heaven who does not have a badge on them, immediately leave and tell the nearest guardian angel. Failure to do so can result in an unknown fate, as all who interact have gone missing. Rule 6. In the event you hear someone familiar calling your name but are nowhere to be found, please refrain from following the voice and refer to Rule 9. Rule 7. If you come across a family member who by your knowledge is not deceased, please ignore all their attempts to get your attention. Failure to do so has resulted in dismemberment, going missing, possession, the harvest. Rule 8. If whilst traveling throughout the afterlife you come across a place, drink, food, or animal which is unfamiliar, i.e. has a name you have never heard of, please refrain from interacting with the item/animal at all costs. Rule 9. Due to the large number of disappearances, and sudden rise in human deaths, we have created a sanctuary, for lack of a better word. Whilst our angels learn of the problem and how to solve it, this sanctuary will be used for all souls to remain safe. Rule 10. In the event that the sky goes completely black without reason, immediately refer to Rule 9. Rule 11. It is required that souls stay in groups for now to minimize disappearances. Unfortunately, this has still done little to solve the issues. Rule 12. If you see someone, i.e. angel or human, who has unnatural features, such as no face, wonky eyes, or extremely long limbs, please leave the area as fast as possible and tell the nearest angel. Rule 13. Many souls have experiences adverse mental health effects including whispering hallucinations, depression, psychosis, and paranoia. In the event you experience any of these symptoms, please tell an angel. Rule 14. Electronics are no longer allowed in heaven, due to a large number of disappearances believed to be associated with them. I know that these rules may appear to be perplexing, but as long as you follow them, you'll be fine. By the time you've finished reading this, an angel should be on their way. Before they arrive, please return the note to the area you found it behind the bushes. We are currently addressing the issue of abductions of the souls and should hopefully have it resolved shortly. Archangel Michael. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.